Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. Still Monday, May 5th, 2025. Now, listen to this. I won't forgive Nigerian government. Man says after meeting Bändit who adopted him, now repentant, in Kaduna Mosque. Now, let me explain this better for you, okay? Because it doesn't make sense in another country, but it makes sense in Nigeria. Do you remember, how many of you remember that Abuja-Kaduna train track that the terrorists, they call the bandits, detonated bombs, explosive, and they had abducted almost everybody in that train? How many of you remember about it? Now, one of the person who survived the attack after staying close to 200 days under captivity, he stayed up to 200 days under the captivity of these terrorists they call bandits. Okay, now the man was later saved. Okay, he escaped. He now went to Kaduna Mosque. Inside the mosque, he met one of the terrorists called bandits who abducted him, who beat him up, who threatened to kill him. He met the man in the mosque. And the man was shocked. And the man just told him that, oh, I'm now a repentant bandit. They have, rehabilitated me. They gave me a house. I am okay now. I'm not a bandit again. Now, this issue is complicated as Nigeria. This is a very complicated issue. Number one, is the man really repented, the bandits? No, at all. He's an errand boy of the people who are sending him, and they know their mission. Now, the man who they abducted, the victim, is still suffering from psychological trauma and otherwise. But the man who kidnapped him is now enjoying. This is why Nigeria can never make sense to me. And that is why anybody that Nigeria is making sense to, I don't take that person serious. Because this is a country that doesn't make sense to even the devil. Even the devil is afraid of Nigeria. Even the demons of the demons, they are afraid of Nigeria. Everybody, they are afraid of Nigeria. Because how can you comprehend this kind of thing? And this has vindicated me one more time. When I come out here to tell you people why Nigeria will never work, people don't understand. Now, who rehabilitated the bandit? Who? Who sent them into the era? Who sent them? See, Nigerians, I really want you people to emancipate the way you think. Terrorists are in the positions, different positions in this country. Different positions in this country. And they give orders, they do everything. That is why if I'm seeing people who are saying, we need police, we need military to fight insecurity, I'm just laughing because you fail to realize where you are. I watched a video 1994, Living in Bondage. That is the name of the movie. And married, Andy, Okeke, all those people were the actors in that movie. So when I remember Living in Bondage, the movie I watched, I said, this is the reality of the living in bondage. This is not a movie. This is a real life. Now, let us understand what really transpired in this article from Sahara Reporters. Now, as I said before, this is the title of the article. I won't forgive Nigerian government. Man says after meeting bandits who adopted him, now repentant in Kaduna Mosque. Before I start reading the articles and, analyzing it for you, I really want to tell you that one would think, why is it that this man said he won't forgive Nigerian government? Is it the Nigerian government that kidnapped him? Until you become a victim, you cannot understand the reason why the man said he will not forgive Nigerian government. Yeah. He knows what the government are doing. He knows. They reward the terrorists who are going errand for them. And we saw a military man some time ago telling Boko Haram people, if you repent today, you can become Nigeria president. But someone they arrested with ordinary wristwatch, microphone, and missile broadcasting equipment. They charge him from treason to terrorism. I'm talking about Nnamdi Kanu. But people who are kidnapping is a death sentence now in Nigeria. They are rewarding them. And you come out here to tell me rubbish that this country is going to work? You are telling someone, maybe you think you are talking to someone who have not sucked breast, okay? They don't have the faculty of reasoning. Now, this is what the article says. Stay with me. 3 years after enduring harrowing 197 days in captivity, Bala Mohammed, a survivor of the 2022 Abuja Kaduna train attack, says he has forgiven his abductors but not the Nigerian government. In an interview with the Trust TV, Mohammed recounted a surreal moment when he unexpectedly met one of his former captors at a mosque in the Biafra area of Kaduna metropolis during Friday prayers. So, these people say they pray. Wait, to which God serve? Which God everybody they pray to? Kidnappers they pray. Winches they pray. These people they pray. Even Ashawo they pray. Which God do not they pray to? Kai. Anyway, let me continue with the article. Surely, I met one Abubakar who happened to be our guard when we were held at Shama filling station in Bakinroa. After prayer, I turned and I saw a face I recognized. He just laughed at me and we shook hands. Then he panicked and began to tremble. Mohammed narrated. Stay with me, okay? The chance meeting turned into 1 hour conversation between Mohammed and Abubakar, the repentant bandit who confessed to leaving armed robbery and embracing the Kaduna state government's offer of rehabilitation for repentant criminals. Now, this is what he said. We found a place to sit down and talk a lot. I even asked about some of his colleagues, like Baba Adamu. He told me the Nigerian army has killed Baba Adamu, who was one of the most notorious among them. I was happy to hear that, said Mohammed. Despite the emotional toll of the meeting, Mohammed said he parted ways peacefully with Abubakar, even giving him a small sum of money. And this is what he said. He is now riding Okada, a motorcycle taxi, to survive. He looked so poor. His shoe, his face, everything about him was pathetic, he said. While Mohammed says his faith allows him to forgive captors, his anger towards the Nigerian government remains undiminished. I won't forgive Nigerian government, he said. I left my wife with a 4-month pregnancy. People gathered money for her, yet the government didn't even call her, nor talk of helping her. You understand? But they went to rehabilitate terrorists. According to Mohammed, his wife had undergone a cesarean section to give birth while he was still in captivity, yet not a single kobo was offered by the government. And this is what he said. Even after our release, many of us had to go to neuropsychiatric hospitals for treatment. We are still dealing with trauma, and the government never supported us, he added. Mohammed still suffers from the post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, a psychological scare that lingers years after the incident. 3 people were killed right beside me that day, but I survived, and I thank Almighty Allah. That is why I forgive the bandits. But the Nigerian government, never. The March 28, 2022 Abuja Kaduna train attack shocked the nation, leaving at least 8 people dead and dozens kidnapped. Survivors like Mohammed continue to grapple with the emotional, physical, and financial fallout, often without institutional support. Nigeria will happen to you if you are not careful, and that is not my prayer to everyone watching me. My prayers to you is that Nigeria will not happen to you, because when it happens, people will not understand the pains you are going through. That is why we that have the experience, we come out and we tell people about Nigeria. Nigeria is not a place to call a country. Nigeria kills her people. Nigeria destroys the destinies of her people. Nigeria is killing people more than the people Nigeria is helping. Nigeria can only help those who help her survive in this, I don't know the adjective I would use to qualify the path this country is towing. It's so pathetic. However, what will happen is going to happen. Nigeria is irredeemable. The earlier you realize this, the better for you. Let me know what you think on the comment section.